What is happening, everybody? Trey here, and today, reactions to the classics. We are going to be counting down everybody's favorite Japanese rockin' group made up of gals that can rock and be fashionable at the same time. It's band-maid, ladies and gentlemen. Top 10 list today, coming courtesy of our longtime band-maid fan and patron and fan of the channel, Becca. Thank you, Becca, for submitting this list today. I'm looking forward to diving into it. I'm familiar with 7 of the 10 songs already on the list, but one, it's been quite a while for a few of the songs since I've listened to them. And two, today, all the songs that we're going to be listening to are going to have live performances going along with them as well. So it's going to be cool to see the gals really be able to rock out on screen. And, I think that's going to be a cool part of this top 10. So I'm glad Becca included the links to these videos for now. And I know that she was noting a lot of them have been taken off of YouTube due to that fact and that pesky copyright. The videos and music won't be in this YouTube video, y'all. I want to reiterate that, but there will be a Vimeo link down below where you can check out the full reaction uncut and free. And shout out to our patrons, man, who allow us to have that server space and bring that that ability to upload these uncut reactions so everybody can watch them and whatnot. So thanks again to Becca. Becca first turned our attention to band-maid over a year ago with a triple shot to it was Bubble, it was Take Me Higher, and Thrill. And I know Sean and I, my dad, who also runs the channel, were so impressed by the musicianship that band-maid had. And man, all that to say, I'm just ready to dive into this list and the quick facts. So let's get into that. If you don't know, band-maid is a Japanese rock band formed in 2013, combines a hard rock sound with a made image modeled on Japanese-made cafes. Originally signed to Gump Records, an imprint of the Platinum Passport artist management and talency agency, they switched to their major label Nippon Crowd's sub-label Crown Stones in 2016, and then later moved to a new sub-label, Revolver Records, a couple years back in 2019. The band's albums have been released internationally through JPU Records since 2016, and in late 2020, they left Revolver Records and signed with Pony Canyon. So band-maid's just been jumping around from label to label. Now they're with old Pony Canyon. They have 7 studio records already to their name, which is quite impressive for a modern-day group that's been around for less than a decade here, around 8 years. So if you don't know, here are the 5 members in the group. We have Saiki on lead vocals. We have my favorite Misa on that bass guitar. I know Becca's a big fan of Misa as well. We love our great bass lines, and band-maid delivers that in spades. We have Akane on the drums, and we have Kanami, of course, on lead guitar, and then Miku on that rhythm guitar. Forgive me for any of my American Texan butchering of the names in here, man. But all that to say, I'm really looking forward to this list. Thank you to Becca for bringing it. On a lot of these songs, we also were able to find lyrics, or some of them too will have the closed captions as well for taking it straight from a YouTube video or whatnot. But let's get underway, ladies and gentlemen. Number 10 on this list, a track I'm not familiar with. We have Moratorium, and this is from their record Just Bring It from 2017. We're going to be checking out a live performance here. So without further ado, let's get it. All right, Moratorium kicking off this list in grand fashion right here. I think just from the get-go, you just saw the kind of artistry of the group, man. Love the light show in the background. Great kind of classy stage. You had the chandelier hanging down, man. And man, this is one that just came at you fast and heavy from the get-go. Loved the riffs on here. I thought really the highlight was Kanami on that lead guitar. There were a couple points too where the camera just really zoomed in. Could really just on her hands on the guitar. She absolutely crushed it here. Some great solos, and then at the very end, Akane on the drum kit was just absolutely marvelous. Just coming in with such power in those fills at the end, and then you had almost an anthemic like chorus in there. I love getting the crowd involved too in these live shows. The crowd going, oh, oh, you know, I had to get involved with it too, ladies and gentlemen. It was hard not to sing along with it. And of course, Psyche, just a great front woman right there. Just the whole spectacle of the group always just takes you in. You have these, you know, ladies that are rocking in these maid outfits. It's just such a contrast to what you would expect, and yet it's so impressive. And I think that's why so many people are just gravitated to them, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what outfits they're in or what they look like or this or that. These gals are just gonna, you know, rock your face off essentially. And this song was no different, man. So great way to kick off this list here, Becca. Becca at number 9 is bringing now Puzzle, again from that Just Bring It record in 2017. Another live performance here. We actually have a little translated lyrics on this, so we'll be able to dive into that afterwards. But without further ado, let's get it. All right, Puzzle coming in from that same concert that we had Moratorium at, and yet again, I'm gonna be a broken record that Konami was the MVP for me on this song. Almost, I think an Angus Young would have been impressed as well. It gave me some AC/DC type of vibes at some of the riffs that she was pulling off, man. And yet again, that beautiful green guitar. And I loved when the camera, you know, zoomed in again, showing her showing off on that solo. I thought that just sounded great. And so, man, Konami really showing out on these first 2 tracks right here. As we dive into the lyricism as well, this says, when you said nice to meet you, it's like hearing a puzzle piece fall into place. Obviously there we get the name of our track, Puzzle, right there. Although I certainly don't remember, but that's fine with me. We skip ahead a little bit saying, I can't see nor know. All I feel is pain, but I long for the truth, so I can't just resist it. Just for the meantime, go and get enroached. There's no stopping once I voice out, knowing that you embraced her. It won't hurt for you two to go outside. That's my only wish. So I you know, you kind of feel some heartbreak later on. It says, talking about a lonesome night. I wonder where you are and what you're doing. The harder I think about it, the more I can't sleep. And she notes, I can't say that it's selfish since such a good girl is waiting for you. The answer should be obvious by now. So obviously, if what I'm getting, and if these you know, lyrics are translated correctly, a sense of, okay, you fell in love with somebody, but they already have a good thing going and found someone else, and you just got to deal with that. And that's tough. That's tough, man. No matter what language is spoken in, that's for sure. And I thought Psyche did a great job kind of conveying. I could tell, you know, at certain points she was almost delivering it like she was a bit pained. And now that we dive into the lyrics a little bit, we kind of, that makes sense. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're up to number 8 on the list. What do we got? It's going to be a track that I'm actually familiar with. It's going to be Blooming from 2019's record Conqueror. It's going to be the official video. This, we're actually going to have the subtitles turned on because we're taking this from YouTube. So, man, let's get after it. All right, man, we got Blooming putting in the work right there. What a great video that is, man. I just love the lights, and as soon as it came on, it was memorable too, because I remembered watching it, even though it had been, you know, probably over a year now since we put up the video with the reaction to this. And I love too whenever it like turned red. That's how you knew, okay, we're about to really rock. Again, Akane on that drum kit had a like, you know, 10-15 second solo where she was able to really show her stuff off there. Really impressive. I thought too, you see this, we're a couple years after our first 2 tracks that we had, Puzzle and Moratorium, and here you notice Psyche is using a few English phrases and lyrics in there, which always impresses me, man, whenever an artist is able to kind of combine 2 languages in the same song. It's not an easy thing to do. I'm sure I'm only an English speaker here, so I couldn't even imagine trying to sing something in Japanese along with that. And so you know, and lyrics again that kind of that full of some angst, and but also how that angst is gonna kind of push it through to bloom, so to speak, and to rise above whatever you're going to do. We have the line, I can't stop, I don't want to stop, I cannot be stopped, pursuing whatever. And then as we continue to go on a little bit here, there was a moment too where we like stripped everything back back and kind of had more just focused on Psyche and the sweet vocals before we let the hard rock and go again. Just showing how the different sides, I think, to band-maid. And so yeah, man, I really enjoy that jam right there. And it shows too, you don't need the fanciest music video to make an impact. You know, they were just in a room with those lights, and it was still really good. So now we're going to go up to another song that's going to be a first time listen for me. We got the track Dice from the record World Domination 2008. We're going to be hitting the official music video here again. So yeah, man, I'm excited. Let's see what we got. All right, man, Dice coming in here at number 7 on the list. And yet again, I was impressed by Psyche blending the English and Japanese. And I loved the start of the song too, where Misa really got to shine on that bass a little bit. Really strong rhythm section, as you'd expect with most band-maid songs. And still had Konami having a couple times to shine herself too, with her guitar work. And this is kind of the song too that really just screams single to me, especially with that chorus, a little bit more kind of anthemic, I guess, in a way, and just kind of something that you could see people kind of shouting out and whatnot. So I thought that they yet again blended that hard nature and then going into a little bit more pop rock action in the chorus, and before bringing the heat again. And video interesting too. We had that little doll in there. I don't really mess with dolls, people. But like hiding their eyes, and then the girl that was sitting down as well, the woman who almost had like the blindfold on and whatnot. So some interesting cinematography in this video as well. And just as we go through, yet again, there's almost that sense too, especially in the chorus, of kind of a carpe diem, seize the day. I even one lyric in there was seize the moment, kind of rise up against whatever situation you're going, or dreams that have fallen, and who knows, maybe you gotta roll the dice in a sense. I don't know if that's where they were going with it, but I like when it says even dreams are connected to something. If you're looking for mistakes, it doesn't matter anyway. Ready? Seize the moment. Let's come back here. Welcome to my home. Sweet or bitter, each one's own. I kind of like that idea that no matter what you're in, hey man, you got to make it your own. And if you don't like what you're in, try to push through and until you are in a situation you do enjoy. So all that to say, man, good little jam right there. And now we're going to go to number 6 on the list. We have Play going another live version. I believe I've heard this one as well. I might have heard all the rest of the songs on this list now that I'm perusing it, but it's not like I'm like overly familiar. Just with so many reactions that we do here, you don't remember every moment of every song you do. I just remember enjoying these, so I'm excited to revisit them. So let's get Play on deck here. All right, number 6, Play, bringing it, man. This is one of the first band-maid songs I've heard, and I still would stand by that it's a great song to introduce somebody to the band. I think everybody's firing on all cylinders. You have Misa especially getting a little more prominent role on that bass line there, slapping that bass, especially at the start, and the all black get up, looking really awesome there. And Akane with the machine gun drums, Konami on the guitar, absolutely killing it too at points. You had moments where you let the instrumental shine, and then Psyche's up there kind of keeping it all held together with a great presence as well whenever she's up there. And I love the fire that was shooting out. I think it just shows a great side of the band. And yet again, as we dive into the lyrics a little bit, kind of keeps that theme that we've had on a lot of these songs of no matter what life's throwing at you, continue to keep your head down, keep going, and kind of push on through as best you can. We have the line: happiness, anger, sadness, accept everything, take off, get on with life. And we had some moments of crowd participation in here as well, and they sound just so great and alive. Like you would think this was a studio performance, man, because they're just so in sync with each other and so on point instrumentally. So great song right here, Play. Definitely going to be on my short list for favorite favorite songs when we get to that at the end. But hey, man, we still have half of the list up here, so you know the goods are going to keep on going. Becca coming in at number 5 here, put Turn Me On, and this is from that World Domination record in 2018. Got another live performance right here. Yet again, been a minute since I've listened to this song. I believe this is from Tokyo, performance in Tokyo. So, man, let's get it. What a great song this is, and I think yet again, I'm gonna just be a broken record. I think Misa on that bass at the start was great. There was a portion in the song where her and Konami were almost playing off each other in the middle, which was really cool. And then yet again, just some exquisite camera work whenever Konami was really going in on that guitar solo right there. I want to shout out old Miku as well, who I haven't talked about, who was on backing vocals here, kind of her most prominent role in a song up to this point in the list, man. And again, just kind of had that catchiness to it where, you know, it's like he's going, oh, turn me on. You know, I loved how the crowd was getting into it as well, and just how fiery and, you know, punchy the instrumentation was on this. I thought the rhythm section was yet again on point, and, you know, had those moments of instrumental and impressiveness, and then brought it back to a very catchy chorus, which I think is kind of the name of the game with a lot of band-made tracks, man. And it's a formula that definitely works, and I think here on Turn Me On, that's no different, man. So really good choice there, Becca, to put at your number 5. And now we're getting into the rarefied air as we go to number 4. We're going to Manners. They're going to be looking at the official video here from the Unseen Worlds record in 2021. I remember reacting to this song earlier this year, man, and they really knocked it out of the park with their new videos, as you know, kind of they seem to get more kind of a production budget, so to speak. So man, let's dive into this one. All right, Manners bringing it at number 4, man, and really enjoyed this song and the music video that kind of goes along with it, man. I thought you can definitely tell, you know, a little higher production quality than some of the previous music videos we've had on this list, man. And I thought it was cool how they were just looking so classy and elegant in that little like fancy office and whatnot. You had Psyche looking out the window, and then you had them whenever they were really rocking and actually playing as a band in like some big, you know, hall type of area in this like mansion type of house where they were in black and white. And there's a line in there about, you know, the monochrome and whatnot. And I thought that tied in nicely together right there. And it again kind of had that quality of breaking on through. We have lines like always challenging, break through the limits, higher mistakes illuminate the way. I like that idea that, hey man, you gotta learn from those mistakes. Don't let them drag you down, so to speak. Start over. Let your life burn bright until you painted a never-ending miracle. I mean, that's some uplifting lyricism by Band-Maid right here, man. And yet again, instrumentation was just absolutely on point, and those hands coming out, I thought that was a creative way to kind of tie into to their Unseen World record, because that's kind of the cover of that album. So smart on them to, you know, kind of build some anticipation, so to speak, for that record that came out earlier this year. But we'll keep on keeping on, ladies and gentlemen. We're in our top 3 now, and we're going to go to the track Thrill from New Beginning, and again, going to be watching the official video. So let's get this one on, man. Right, Thrill bringing it, man, and a little throwback Band-Maid tune right here. Released the video on YouTube, I saw, was in 2014, man. So early days of the group right there, probably one of their first singles, and you know, it has the formula of what a lot of their later work that we've already heard would have, man. Instrumental breakdowns that just hit you heavy across the face. Misa in particular was phenomenal in her bass line in the middle of this track, and then Konami comes in right after and picks up where Misa left off, man, and just delivers a killer guitar solo right here. And again, some of those themes that we've been seeing throughout this top 10. It's interesting when you just hear songs, you know, one at a time for a reaction. Then whenever you hear them all back to back, you start to kind of pick up some themes throughout the band and just in their career. And yet again, you kind of get that almost inspirational, fired up, let's kind of pave our new way right here. And we even have that in the chorus, I've got to be on my way. Hey. You know, just something that you want to shout out. Notes that I just got to break in the new gate. Regret means escaping from the hand of evil's conspiracy. With the thrills, the greatest pleasure of all, I live on. Of course, kind of bringing in the thrill name title right there. And yet again, man, the gals are charismatic enough to where even they were just in some basic type of studio, just performing really. Definitely a far cry from what we just had in the Manners music video that was so much later and had a little bit more production quality, and yet both still great songs and both kept you tuned in to the video. So now we only have 2 songs left, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2, we're going to Take Me Higher from the Just Bring It record in 2017. So let's cue this one up. All right, Take Me Higher, bringing it, man. What a blistering performance, and for how great Konami has been throughout this entire list, this just might be my favorite guitar performance by her. And as I mentioned during the video, I could just watch her and Misa kind of interplay off each other on that bass and the guitar. That was my favorite part in this video right here. The lights, going on, spotlighting each one when it was their turn to shine, man. I thought that was really, really impressive. From that same performance that we had with Moratorium and Puzzle earlier on in this top 10, man. And so the setting was there. The crowd too was just on absolute fire. It seemed for this entire performance, and that just can't help but raise, I think, a band's fire and passion as they're up there. You got the crowd into it, singing along with your lyrics. Just a lovely performance right here, man. I don't have too much more to add other than this is arguably band-maid probably in top form right here. Everybody just doing a blistering performance and fitting it into 3.5 minutes here. So, man, big time. And now to the number 1 song, ladies and gentlemen. What is it going to be? Has your favorite appeared on the list yet? Of course, let us know your top 10 band-maid tracks down in the comments below. I'm sure Becca would like to read along as well as I, but her list, it's number 1. It's Bubble, ladies and gentlemen, from the Conqueror record in 2019. Going to be checking out the official videos right here. It is the 6th single released in Japan in January of 2019. Song was used as the theme song for the Japanese drama show Perfect Crime, and Miku wrote the lyrics to be, quote, good enough so that those who read the original would appreciate it. They were originally going to be to use one of their unreleased songs for the show, but Konami noted that the demo I just happened to be working on at the time would fit better for the drama. The lyrics were written as a thank you to the fans. The music was written by their longtime collaborator Kentaro Akutsu. The music video was a tribute to the Queen film Bohemian Rhapsody, which was all the rage, during the time that this was written, man. So all that to say, man, we're gonna cue this, enjoy this video, and then afterwards I will give my favorites from Becca's list. And yeah, man, let's get it. All right, number 1 on this list, Bubble right here. This Take Me Higher and Thrill were all in that original triple shot we did way back in the day, man. And Bubble, it just has that rip that's in there is just so darn catchy, man, and works so well in this tune along with the backing. This is that universal language right there, baby. And I just think that this is not just because Becca put it at 1. This might be my number 1 band-maid song as well. Just it has a little bit of everything in here. We had that portion towards the end of the song where Psyche just kind of zoomed in on her. The instrumentation faded all the way to the back. It's a bit more of a intimate, heartfelt performance before we get that awesome riff coming back in there again. Love the video as well, especially when the water was on the drum kit and Akane was banging on that and the water going up. It just made for a really cool visual, and just all in all, man, really impressive musicianship as you'd expect. I mean, it's band-maid, man, and I like the line as we go in. Losing night, pledging a written contract. Life is like a dice. It throws itself. Ain't that the truth, man? Life's going to go one way, and you're along for the ride. And, hey, man, you just got to take the inspiration from the other songs as well to not let it get you down and, try to push through, so to speak, man. And just a very catchy jam right here. Great choice for Becca's number 1. And, man, I guess that'll take me now, as I'm on the topic of it, of my favorite songs. In no particular order, man. I got to go Bubble. I just think that it just brought everything together, man, and that band-maid does well, and just such a wonderful way. I'm also going to go with Take Me Higher. I thought the performance was fantastic, and again, that interplay between Misa and Konami was really impressive. Going through more, Turn Me On has got to be on my list. Blooming also has to be on my list as well, which came in at 8 on Becca's list, and honestly, Moratorium, which was number 410 and I wasn't familiar with, I got to put on as well. Heavier track, one of the heavier band-maid tunes I've heard, man, and it worked really well. So thanks again to Becca for bringing this list. Be sure to give her some love and props in the comments, and of course let me know your top 10 band-maid tracks, what is on your list that maybe didn't make Becca's, and your favorite band-maid song in general, man. Great group, and just goes to show, man, those that only listen to English speaking stuff here in the States or whatever and don't broaden out, hey man, you're missing out on a lot of great art, and whether that's in music like with band-maid or film or whatever the case may be, man. I think once you open your mind up, you notice that there's so much great stuff out there that isn't in the English language, man. So thanks again to Becca for bringing this. If you'd like to check out any other band-maid videos, one will be linked at the end screen along with our Patreon page where you can support the channel if you want, and be sure to hit that big thumbs up as well as that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. But I guess that will wrap it up from here today. Bravo to band-maid. The gals absolutely crushed it, and be keeping an eye out for them for what they do here in the future as well with how prolific they are. But until next time, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Happy listening, and I will see you.